Oscar BEVIS, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by the LARA. We've just had the weigh-in, and yeah, I woke up this morning thinking we might not have a fight. You see the news and you're like, come on, not all this way to San Diego. I've been looking forward to it, but we have a fight.
Yeah, we were always going to have a fight. I mean, look, you know, obviously it's not a world championship fight. Julio Cesar Martinez did everything he could to make the weight. He took the fight at 6 weeks' notice. He came in 2 pounds over initially, and then ended up, I think, 1.4 pounds over. Went back. He was working hard to try and get it off. It wouldn't come off, and you know, then it was just all about sort of talking and with the teams. We agreed in the end that there'd be a 10% rule that we weigh in tomorrow morning at 9 AM. Everyone's happy. You know, Martinez is coming up from flyweight. It's not like you're fighting some huge bantamweight in there. So, but you know, all in all, we have an incredible fight, as you saw from there. In there, amazing atmosphere. Nicaragua, Mexico. Tomorrow night there's going to be 8,000 in this San Diego arena, and the undercard as well is going to be incredible.
We've even got some noise. They're still knocking about behind us. So just talk to me about sort of the process this morning, because I saw Chocolatito's manager and his team just sort of pacing up and down on the phone, and when I saw that I was like, right, I wonder what sort of conversations are going on. Can you tell me what was said?
You know, first of all, there's a lot of like bluster in this situation. So he misses a weight, everyone goes mad. Right, that's it, we're not fighting. Right, that's it, we're not fighting. And then obviously everyone calms down, everyone starts talking. He wants this, he's not agreeing to that. He'll agree to that, but not that. And it just goes on for sort of 3 hours. And then you just have to sit everyone down and go, guys, let's not be idiots here. It's 1.5 pounds, it's not a world champion. You know he's been working. It's not like he's just disrespected you. He's done everything he could to make the weight. We want a great fight. We don't want to see one guy depleted at the weight. They're both going to weigh in under a limit tomorrow. It's no problem. And you're going to get an incredible fight.
You know what, I feel bad for saying this, because I say eavesdropping, it's not eavesdropping, it's just overhearing something and hearing one of Chocolatito's team saying, we'll wait, like that.
We'll what? We'll
wait, as in like, we'll
wait. Yeah, well, that's what they said. They said, look, all right, we won't fight. I said, all right, that's clever, isn't it? Everyone's been training for 10 weeks, you're making a fortune, and you want to just wait another 12 or whatever, could be 3 months. So, like I said, once everybody calms down, and once everyone drops a little bit of bravado and ego, you can find some middle ground. And it's a very fair resolution. I think if Martinez was like a bantamweight coming down to super flyweight, and you knew he was going to be huge in the ring tomorrow, then it's a different scenario. But everyone agreed that obviously that's not the case, and you know, it's going to make absolutely no difference tomorrow. Chocolatito is the bigger guy actually right now in his career. So yeah, it's no big deal. Once everyone calmed down, we've got everything sorted out.
See, we've got tomorrow night to look forward to, but in terms of Martinez and his future at Fly, do you think today says anything?
No, but look, he took the fight at 5 weeks' notice, 5.5 weeks' notice. He was training a little bit, but he always struggles to make weight at flyweight. You're only talking about an additional 3 pounds. It's not a huge amount. So he's been playing catch up this whole camp. He's worked his nuts off. He worked his nuts off last night. He worked his nuts off this morning. So like I said, it wasn't a case of being disrespectful to Chocolatito. He did everything he can, but at the end of the day, when it's not for a world championship, I'm not saying he shouldn't make weight, but it's like, let's have a great fight and let's not handicap one person individual. It's not a ploy to come in heavy. He's not a big guy, so it's not going to affect the fight in the slightest.
Because in terms of the undercard, there's a lot of fighters on there of like Mexican heritage that the UK fans might not know. But I feel like the buzz in there and the buzz that you'll get tomorrow night, is that a reason why UK fans should tune in and perhaps see people that they're not aware of?
Well, they know Mauricio LARA pretty well. He flattened Josh Warrington in their fight, and then obviously they rematched. He's got a really good fight against Emilio Sanchez. Those two were going at it. Suleiman Sissoko they'll be aware of as well. He's got a really tough fight. Angel Ferrero and Burgos, they might not be aware about. Trust me, tune into that. But even beneath that, you got Diego Pacheco. Mark Castro's got a really tough fight. Sky Nicholson's got a really tough debut as well. And Anthony Herrera, great young fighter as well. So it's an incredible card. You will get so much action and fireworks tomorrow night, and wait till you experience this atmosphere in this arena. It is going to be incredible.
Just in terms of Mauricio LARA, I've done an interview with him yesterday, and a lot of the comments were he should feel kind of hard done by, perhaps that he's not getting the world title shot. If Josh Warrington is to succeed against Kiko Martinez, or even if Kiko is to defend his belt, can we expect LARA to fight for that belt next?
Look, Warrington wants to fight LARA. He wanted to fight him straight after getting flattened. So he's got no problem fighting him again. And the fight between those two for the trilogy for a world title will be a big, big fight. So, look, Josh has got a very tough fight on his hand against Kiko Martinez. We'll see what happens in that fight. But Mauricio LARA is an outstanding fighter, and he's got a tough fight tomorrow. But I love his energy. He's just saying basically, I'm going to flatten this guy. And like you heard the support in there for him as well. It's going to be a great fight, great atmosphere.
One more thing on Martinez and Chocolatito, actually. I know Sonny Edwards said he had his bags packed. You see his little video?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah. I think it's slightly unlikely. But no, it's a good bit of PR. So, and I'm sure he would have taken a fight, by the way. He's ready. But yeah, I mean, look, hopefully whatever happens in this fight, I do see Martinez dropping back down to flyweight, and we'd still love to make the Sonny Edwards fight.
Yeah, I can tell you that flight is a ball ache, and you don't want to be fighting after from London to here. In terms of Conor Benn and Kell Brook, has Kell Brook priced himself out of the Conor Benn fight?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to tell you what he asked for, but it was slightly OTT. But look, I think with Kell, it's like, I've heard actually that Amir Khan is going to invoke the rematch clause, bizarrely, and people have already been contacting us saying, would you like to pay us step aside to not invoke the rematch clause? So, no, you're all right, thanks. You go and do Khan Brook 2, and we'll crack on with... I said to Kell Brook to Conor Benn the other day, you, my friend, are a young superstar. Don't worry about basing your career around someone else. Don't worry about waiting for, trying to land this payday. Everything's going to come for you. So we crack on with our career. His next fight will be announced for April 16, and we'll be ready for a huge show for Conor Benn. We'll carry on talking to Kell Brook. It's not like, I'm not trying to be, oh, you're ridiculous, so we're moving on. We'd love to make the fight. But what we said to Kell Brook and his training team was, if you want to fight in June, July, we won't fight in April. Because I think if Kell Brook stays out of the ring for a long time, he won't fight again. So that was what we were trying to do. But it's no big deal. We'll carry on talking, and hopefully we can get it made. But for Conor Benn, his next fight will be announced next week.
With Kell Brook, was it one of them where if Conor was looking to get a name like Kell Brook on his record, it was always going to be Big Dough anyway, but it was always going to be Kell asking for Big Dough. I mean, we said this yesterday.
I basically offered them more than they got to fight Amir Khan, and that's a bigger fight than, well, maybe, but to fight Conor Benn. So look, they asked for over 3 times what I offered them. So for me, it said we don't really want to fight again, but if someone pays us mad money, we'll consider it. But we can't wait around for Kell Brook. We're going to just get on, and like I said, we'll carry on talking. Hopefully we can get that fight made, but right now let's just work on the career of Conor Benn and keep him moving in the right direction.
Sam Jones said that Conor Benn and Kell Brook would be a pay-per-view fight. Do you agree with that from a DAZN platform perspective?
Oh, DAZN? I don't know. That's, look,
on the Sky Days it would have been a pay-per-view fight.
Slightly. Yeah. Blimey, it's a huge fight. But yeah, we're not really, we're not close to doing that fight. So, I think, of course it's a Sky pay-per-view. But for DAZN, it depends on the model they wish to use. Subscription. Obviously they've got pay-per-view functionality, but, there's no point discussing that because it's not close at all.
Just one more from me. I know it's only been about 24 hours, but is there anything you've heard from Dillian Whyte, perhaps his reaction to other people's reaction to the presser?
No, he's not bothered. People shouldn't really be worried about other people's reactions. This is a really basic lesson for anyone in life. The minute you start worrying about what people think about you is the minute you don't start living freely and with creativity and the ability to do what you want to do in your mind. If I listen to what people said about me, I wouldn't even be standing here today. You know what I mean? So you've got to trust in yourself, believe in yourself. You don't read the social media stuff, he's just training. So, just training hard, and honestly, there's nothing filtering through to Dillian Whyte about what people might think about him not turning up to a presser.
Actually, one more thing, the most important thing, your weigh-in, have you had it yet?
My what? Smashed it this morning, 242 pounds on the number, and now I'm going to go and have a pizza.
Top man, cheers, Ed.
One.